The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside women's head golf coach Suzanne Strudwick, I'm Danielle Whaley, and this is the Eagle Sports Network. And Coach, your team's getting ready to start off the spring schedule, and they're going to be taking a trip to the World Golf Invitational. But looking back at the fall, you ended the fall with 2 back-to-back top 3 finishes, which is huge for your team. So I know they're looking to continue that success going into the spring. So how have preparations been going, knowing that the team has had some success and they're hoping to extend it?
I think we have to be a little careful not to expect too much. Obviously, over the Christmas break, the weather in this area, and most of my, girls on the team are from this region, so they were affected heavily with their, practice, just with the weather being so poor. So we have over the last couple of weeks, the practice has been a little rusty. I can see our qualifying scores were about 3 to 5 shots higher than we were doing at the end of the fall season. So I know we've got, it's always tough, in our region and where we are because of the weather conditions in January, late January, early February. But that's one of the reasons why we're heading down south is to try and get some good, a good first tournament under our belt with some good conditions on the golf course as well. So yes, it's a good one. Flagler put on an excellent event. There's a lot of top teams there, but we've got to be realistic. Yeah.
And you spoke about the top teams, which is kind of a continuation of the end of the fall with storylines. Right. You went against incredible competition with ranked teams, and there's 6 ranked teams coming into this weekend at Flagler. Right. So with the success that your team had against those ranked teams, what do you expect to see from the girls? Do you think that's going to give them an edge, being so heavily played last year with ranked teams?
Yeah, I would like to say that they're not fearful anymore. That they kind of have played with the number 1, number 2, number 4 team in the country. And played alongside them, so they know there's not that much difference. It's just those odd little shots around the greens, a decision, a wrong decision over a shot of what to play. So they're there. It just takes that little bit more, focus and attention, and just playing the percentages. Even in practice yesterday, I was still seeing girls, pick wrong shots, wrong clubs around the greens when, a less percentage club, a bump and run shot as opposed to getting the sand wedge out and going for the perfect shot. I want to see the girls play, to where they're playing towards their strengths and not going to compound mistake on mistake. And that's something that we're still learning, we're still doing. So, the more we play with these top teams and, the players are disciplined, their short games are a little sharper, it's all good for us,
And with you guys going back to St. Augustine, it's the first time that the team has gone since 2014, which is your first season. Yeah. So it's a bit of new ground for almost everybody involved. Yeah. So going into that, what are you expecting from the 5 girls that you are taking on the team, since a lot of them are people that you've relied on in the fall?
Yeah, absolutely. The golf course, the Slammer and the Squire, I think it will set up very well for us. It's a golf course that requires some accuracy on the tee, and we have that. But as I said, it's the shots around the green. It's the decisions to perhaps play a little bit more conservative in an approach shot, as opposed to going for the flag when a slight mistake is going to compound. Making a double as opposed to a par or a bogey. It's just little things like that we're going to have to stress and really pay attention to this week.
There's going to be a lot of good competition in St. Augustine this weekend, so best of luck to your team, and we'll talk to you after.
Absolutely, thank you.
She is Suzanne Strudwick. I'm Danielle Whaley, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.